What is up, guys? It's Sunday the 7th of August, which is kind of 789 because 7th of the 8, and then 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 6 is 9. So it's basically 789, right? And this is your Tech News Roundup. First up, expect both Instagram and Snapchat to lawyer up, because Instagram unveiled Stories. Now, if you don't know what Stories are, it's a feature Snapchat has had for a while now, where someone can share their last 24 hours, someone clicks on it and they see what you're doing, and you swipe up to like reply and you swipe down to get rid of it. Instagram, straight up, just like, not even subtly, just like, it's just atrocious how obvious the copying was. And it's not even that unexpected, in the sense that a few years ago, Mark Zuckerberg tried to buy Snapchat for $3 billion, at which point Snapchat said, no thank you, so Facebook acquired Instagram instead. And so Facebook, this company that tries to buy Snapchat, fails and decides to buy Instagram instead, who decide that, hey, this Snapchat feature is really good, so we'll just copy it. If you want to see a better video about this though, I highly recommend Casey Neistat's video, because Casey Neistat is just great, isn't he? And he does a much better job of explaining it than I ever could, so be sure to check that out. Secondly, ZTE or ZT or however you pronounce it nowadays have decided that their design team just aren't up to scratch. Either that or they really value your feedback, because they've opened up the design process for their new flagship phone. It has to be said, the Axon 7 is a really good phone in its own right, but maybe we'll see features you would have never expected with the public designing it, like an inbuilt cigarette lighter or a 50,000 mAh battery. Who knows, because it's up to you. The most interesting thing to come of it though is probably the fact that there's been this clear sort of distinction that a lot of people want two versions, like a 5.5 inch version and then a smaller version, just so that, like, for people who don't want that 5.5 inch phone, so be it like 4.7 for example, and it still has the full spec, it's just slightly smaller. The question is though, whether this will actually be a genuinely good phone or just a mishmash of features that don't really make sense. So we'll have to wait and see on that one, and maybe you should go get involved, because who knows, your idea could be the next ZTE phone, ZTE phone, ZTE phone, ZTE. That's what I'm calling them from now on, ZTE. ZTE. See, they sound French all of a sudden. Finally, it wouldn't be tech news if I didn't talk emoji, and Apple have been urged to change back the sort of gun emoji, the pistol emoji, which hasn't been brought in yet, but Apple changed it from a gun to a water gun, and it's more of a parity issue than anything else. If you don't know, emoji is a standard that's set by sort of Emojipedia, I think it's called, something like that. And what they do is they say, okay, there's this emoji, and they describe it. And they let companies go out and decide what it finally looks like. So emojis on iOS look different to emojis on Android, look different to emojis on Samsung, look different to emojis on Windows 10, look different to emojis on Facebook. And everyone has their own design choices, basically. And in their anti-violence decision, Apple have decided that they want their gun, the revolver, to look more like, well, to be a water gun, actually. Microsoft did a similar thing where they turned it into a toy gun, but then they turned it into a revolver that just looks really cartoony instead. And it just fits in with emojis looking cartoony, because they all do. They're not like realistic. But it's a question of whether or not they should have guns in there anyway. There was the original plan for a rifle, which got pulled due to it being too violent, but I feel like it depends on who you ask. So those are the three main stories. In quick other news, Samsung announced the Note 7, there's a full video for that up here, And also, the Olympics are underway, which isn't tech news, but it's important news nonetheless. So make sure you're keeping up with that. If you like the video, make sure to hit like. If you didn't, I'm not quite sure why you're still here. You are though. So maybe you want to click up here to see the previous video. Maybe that's more your cup of tea. And if not, click up here to see a random video I haven't picked yet. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.